Progressives are always preaching about helping the needy. Actually, it's the basis of most of their policies and how they capture the vote of the poor. The most ridiculous thing of all, though, is that the most preachy are usually the richest champagne socialists out there. People like card-carrying liberals and billionaires George Soros and Bill Gates. Even worse is that these policies do nothing to help poor people, and progressives want to keep it that way. Here's why. They depend on the votes of the needy, and without those votes, they'd lose elections. And believe me, I know, because I was once a poor single mom that worked my way up from the bottom. I was once, oh my gosh, wait for it, a liberal, but I got away. Here are 4 major ways that progressives make life harder for the poor. First, their environmental policies and climate change initiatives make things more expensive for everybody by driving up the costs of basically everything, from energy bills to food. If you're poor, you don't have a lot of extra money, and phasing out cheap forms of energy like coal-generated power increases bills, which means less money going toward other basic necessities of life. There are examples of this right here in Canada. Look to Ontario, where people can't afford to keep their homes heated and their lights on due to skyrocketing bills, thanks to green energy policies. And Alberta is next with the incoming carbon tax that will hit people right in their pocketbooks. Second, Liberals love to keep people dependent on welfare payments. If people don't have to work for anything, there's no incentive to do so. So why bother when the government is willing to take care of you? Welfare rewards people since they don't have to or want to do anything to get a paycheck, and it's the hard workers that have to suffer for it. Which brings me to my next point: high corporate and personal income taxes. Progressives just also love to increase taxes on the wealthy to punish them. But what this does is cause investments and jobs to go elsewhere, killing employment opportunities for the poor. We're seeing this right here in Alberta, where investments have bled out of the province since the NDP government took power. Some say it's due to low oil, which I admit in a large sense it is. But when investments are being made right next door in Saskatchewan oil and gas, you'd have to be blind to not see progressive policies as a hurdle for businesses. And finally, the minimum wage hike. This is a 1-2 punch to the needy. For one, it causes job losses because companies simply can't afford to keep as many staff on in the face of increased costs. And 2, it increases the price on everything, since businesses also have to make up for the added costs of wages somehow, taking more money out of everyone's pockets. It's pretty clear that progressive policies don't help the poor at all, but they love to make waves about how caring and charitable they are. The sad thing is that many believe it. The poor depend on progressives to keep them afloat, and progressives depend on the poor for their own gain and to keep their parties alive. All in all, it's a vicious cycle. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.